So recently stuff's been on my mind, and normally when that happens, I just record a bit of gameplay and I just start talking into the mic. So, hey, welcome back to another weird one of FP's ramblings about certain topics where I just sort of keep talking about something that interests me. And today, that topic is, well, it's kind of a tricky one to just put a blanket statement on. I don't really know what I'm going to call this video still, but it has to do with the idea of sort of pacing yourself when it comes to things that you do. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be fully transparent. I'm kind of just recording this audio to then listen back to myself later, just so I know, hey, calm the fuck down. Slow down. Everything's going to be all right. One step at a time, one day at a time, one video at a time. We're going to get through this because well, let me flash back to sort of the beginning of this year. As I've mentioned in a lot of videos, I'm doing this challenge where I'm trying to post one video every single day for a whole year. At first, no one was really watching. This channel had, I believe, 9 subscribers when I first started, and I could name all 9 of those people. 2 of them were me on 2 different accounts, so it was just like really I had about 7 subscribers. One person, which I don't even know if they're like human, so maybe 4. It was a little bit different, right? When you're making content for an audience that isn't there, of course you're making videos. You know that you're uploading things to a website, to a social media platform, where anyone can view them at any point. The number of times recently I've been recommended videos that have 5, 10, less than 100 views and less than 100 subscribers on their channel, it's going up recently. I don't know if YouTube is like trying to push more new content, new channels, new niche micro celebrities in the making, but if they are, they're doing a good job because I keep getting recommended these types of videos and channels. I don't like most of them, but every now and then you find a diamond in the rough. And it feels really nice, even just as a viewer, to watch someone hone their craft, get better at it, and continuously improve until eventually this person you maybe in some cases grew up watching is now like a million subscribers. They're at the top of their game. They're peaking. They are actually all the way at the top of Mount Everest, looking down on everyone else, helping to sow the seeds for the next generation of great content creators, forming their dynasty, forming their legacy, whatever you call it, whatever you want to say. And before the inevitable rise and fall off, I miss the old blank, this cycle that happens on the internet where every year people are apparently thinking that people have just completely lost everything that made them unique and special. Sometimes that does happen, but most of the time it's just that person taking a break or wanting to pursue something different. Again, when I was starting out, many, many years ago, I would assume that I would have 1,000 people watching anything and everything I did. Because if you post things and you constantly see no one's watching them, that does fuck with you, especially if your goal is to get some kind of momentum going. I don't care about being some kind of famous YouTuber. What I care about is making good content, great content that people think about, that people want to see. The reason I don't tell people to subscribe to my channel is because I don't want to like sit here and do these subtle little psychological things that try to make the viewer think that they actually have a closer attachment to me than they actually do. I don't want to feed into this sort of parasocial bullshit that I see a lot of other content creators feed into. Part of what motivated me to try harder in doing YouTube is because I was sick and fed up with how dog shit I felt like a lot of content had become on the platform. Now, that's an opinion that I have that other people probably don't. I'm sure a lot of people have a bunch of content that they really like and enjoy on the platform, and that's totally cool. But for me, it felt like there was definitive gaps in things that I had been wanting to see. I just wanted to see people who weren't afraid to just upload videos of themselves doing shit, just coming for the personality rather than the clickbait title, the clickbait thumbnail, just trying to have someone you watch because they're them, because there's no one else quite like them. Even if they make a video that someone else has already made and they're covering a topic that you've heard 1,000 times before, you're gonna tune in and listen to it because it's this person saying it. That doesn't mean you idolize them. That doesn't mean that you look up to them as some kind of deity god who can't do any wrong. Of course, they're fucking only human after all. They're gonna make mistakes, and they've probably already made hundreds of mistakes. In making this channel and having the sort of daily upload schedule, I realized I shot myself in the fucking foot. Because moving forward, really thinking about it, and this has been on my mind lately because 2 months. The year ends in almost 2 months. In a couple of days, it'll be day 300. I will have uploaded one video every day for 300 days in a row. That is insane. On top of that, I've gotten into streaming a little bit. I've hosted and done a bunch of other side projects that don't even relate to YouTube. I've been busy. I've been doing, it feels like, the most this year than I've done in a lot of years of my life. And that is a really weird thing to hear me say out loud, but I can't dispute it. I think it's true. Or at least it feels true to me saying it. There's probably times when I was in school where I was doing a lot more, certain years. Definitely probably my freshman year of high school. It probably had a lot more shit going on. But after the past couple of years where I haven't really been up to much, pushing myself this year, I feel like I've been, well, for the first time in my life, I can say, like, oh, sorry, I can't do this. I have a prior obligation. Like, I'm doing something else. I've got something else going on for once. And it's a weird feeling. About 300 days ago, I had around 9 subscribers. I'm now sitting here making this sort of thought rambly video that I know people will see. At least 9 of them. Thank God. The real ones. The ones who've been there from day one. Those people will see it and they'll hear this, and this is probably one of the more personal videos I've made because I just feel like making it for whatever reason. I feel like a lot of the time when it comes to pacing yourself, you have to make sure that you don't overdo it. In anything, when the goal is to just make one video every day, well, what does that mean? I could spend 5 minutes on a video that's 10 seconds long, that's a dog shit post, and I have done that. I've done that multiple times, actually, because sometimes in the year I was sick, sometimes in the year I had other shit going on. If I wanted to, like, take a vacation, right, for whatever reason, I'm just not, like, at my computer. I'm not, like, at the place where I need to do all my videos. However long that vacation is, let's say it's, like, a 3-day vacation. I need to either be able to make content while I'm on vacation, which would completely defeat the point of, like, the experience of going on a vacation, right? To, like, make your work come with you on the vacation, instead of enjoying the place that you're at, enjoying the people you're with, enjoying the times that you could be having. But no, you're slaving away at your 9 to 5 working because you can't be damned to take 5 minutes to enjoy the sunset. I like sunsets. I think they're pretty. Anyways, when it comes to this sort of predicament, you end up scrunching the workload onto other days. It ends up stacking up. Let's say that I wanted to make a higher quality video. Well, that video, the time that I'm spending working on that, I'll probably just have free time that I can, like, nickel and dime and take it away from those, and then boom, I've made this video that takes me about 5 hours to make and is like a higher effort, probably, I would hope, higher quality video. I would hope it doesn't turn out dog shit. This type of video, I end up making it, and then by the time that I've ended up actually posting it and everything, it turns out that the time that it took me to make all of this great video, we'll just say great video. I'm sorry that I'm rambling. I'm losing my thoughts a little bit. In the time it took me to make this great video, I now realize that tomorrow I still have to work. I don't get a break. I don't get, like, a day off. Literally, I don't get a day off unless I make the time for it ahead of time. I have to schedule things in advance. A couple of months ago, when my channel started picking up a lot of momentum, it was slow. It was very slow. For about 5 months, I didn't even have 100 subscribers on this channel. Or maybe it was 4 months. I think it was actually 4 months now I'm thinking about it. Because I'm pretty sure around April, yeah, I think it was April where I hit 100 subscribers. That was a big deal. Having 100 people tune into this channel, and, you know, of their own volition, of their own accord. I didn't know necessarily what videos it was that people were subscribing for, because I cast this wide net into the ocean, and then it just swims in all these fishies, and I don't know where they came from. I don't know which section of the net drew them in, because they all end up on this boat of forced positivity eventually, right? That's the end point. And I would hope that they're subscribing because of my personality. I would hope that's the case, because that is the only constant in all of my videos, is me. So if someone says that they watch a lot of my videos, I would assume that they would watch a lot of the stuff that I make, barring it's not complete horseshit, right? Like, I think people are giving me a pass for some of the worst videos I make, and some people are, rightfully very scrupulous of the stuff that I'm making, because some of it is very bottom of the barrel, and I do apologize. There will be a little bit more of that as the year comes to a close, and oh my god, I'm an American, so Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, quadruple whammy. When it comes to a lot of pacing yourself, I think that with those 100 subscribers and that being a huge deal to me, I didn't really anticipate the fact that I would be approaching 10,000 after about another 4 months. I mean, 4 months after I hit 100 subscribers, I had already hit 5,000. That's that's insane. Things blow up so quickly nowadays, and even though that's not a big number, that's not a big number in the grand scheme of things at all. To me, it is. To me, it's massive. This channel is already, in less than a year, the most successful thing in like every metric that I have in terms of like anything on the internet. It feels like anytime I'm not spending working on it, I'm wasting. It used to kind of just be like I would be chilling, especially during the earlier year. I would really not give a shit about the process of making a video. And sometimes I would have ideas for videos and they wouldn't pan out and then it'd go pretty shittily. But I would be working on these videos and I would just sit there and be like, damn, like, no one's gonna watch this. I know no one's gonna watch this, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. It's part of my challenge. I don't want to fail the challenge. And when I was doing that, a lot of it was just because I wanted to prove to myself that I could do it. Now, on top of wanting to prove to myself that I could do it, there's actually fucking people here. People showed up miraculously. And that adds another layer to it, because now I want to make videos that are actually not just slop, that are not just garbage, and then eventually, you stay subscribed for about a month, and then, whoa, it's the 1 month FP banger video. That means in a year, I'll have uploaded 12 bangers, which isn't bad. I mean, there are some YouTube channels with hundreds of millions of subscribers. Maybe not hundreds of millions, but hundreds of thousands to millions of subscribers who don't even post like that often. For me, I would have posted more videos than them in a year if I had just done this challenge for 10 days. Now, granted, that's because they spend a lot of time on the actual videos that they make. They spend like 8 months on one video that's like 5 hours, and it ends up being this video that everyone recommends to everyone is like a video essay. It has a massive sponsor, and they make all of their bank off of one really, really high quality video, whereas I'm spreading it all around. I've got an ocean of content, but most of it's like a centimeter deep. When it comes to all of these different videos I'm making, it's harder sometimes to understand what people actually want me to do. I have crowds of people waiting for certain videos. I have other crowds of people who want me to make content that is of a certain style, of a certain nature. For every couple hundred people who enjoyed the videos where it's just me talking about level design, because they thoroughly find the level design videos interesting, and I appreciate that a lot, because level design is a topic that's very near and dear to my heart, so thank you immensely. For every couple of hundred people there are for those types of videos, there's a couple hundred, nay, a couple thousand, who want me to talk about cartoons, shows, movies, like do a bunch of more critiques, maybe reviews of stuff, certain scenes, and those videos, obviously, I want to make sure I get right, because if I'm putting my definitive or in-the-moment thoughts on something, I want to make sure that I make it very clear, like, this is a critique, this is a criticism, this is a first impressions, this is a speculation, theory. Like, I want to be very clear in the advertisements of those videos in the videos themselves, so people don't get confused when it's like, oh, this video is like just a bunch of rambling. Well, yeah, because it's impressions. Or, oh, this video is very like specific and bemoaning a bunch of very certain like things and details, and it's like, yeah, because I'm being very critical of it. I hope that comes across sometimes. I know it doesn't all the time, and I apologize for that. I'm trying to do that better. That's why I haven't been making a lot of those videos recently, because I'm trying to, like, make sure I don't fuck them up when I do, the few times that I do. But when it comes to those types of videos, I also have, like, hundreds of other people waiting for maybe a couple of gaming videos. Certain games, the gaming community is fractured and splintered. There's a couple of people waiting for commentary videos. There's a couple of people who want me to make more videos like this. You have all these different people, and before, when it's just 9 people, I can point at them. I can tell you their names. I can tell you exactly when they started watching my video, and I know all of them. But when there's 9,000 people, and there's a couple hundred people different like coming in from different directions, all wanting different things from me and different types of content, I can't satisfy all of those people at the same time. Maybe eventually. You can't please everyone, but you shouldn't necessarily try to. I know that that's an adage people throw around all the time, but I think it's very, very true, especially to me recently. I hope that the people who do stick around this channel, when this challenge is over, going into next year, all of that stuff. I don't necessarily know what I'm going to be doing next year. As it gets closer and closer, I think I have to think about that more and more. I don't think I'd do the upload one video every day for the whole year. I don't know if I would even recommend people to do it, because there's gonna be a lot of fallout afterwards, because I don't think YouTube's gonna like me going from uploading one video every single day for a whole year to just breaking that trend. I think January is going to be a very dire month for my channel, just analytic-wise, but that makes sense because of a lot of other things, because January is the month right after Christmas and the New Year, where people are not spending millions and millions of dollars on merchandise and presents and shipping and handling and a bunch of other things that come with Christmas, like travel and end of year celebrations and whatnot, decorations too. The triple threat of Halloween, November, not Halloween, October, November, December is when, at least in America, a lot of companies are spending the most money. So on YouTube, you get more money from advertisers and stuff. So people tend to want to crank out videos in those times of year because it is most profitable. I'll be doing it anyways because of my challenge, so I'm on schedule, I guess. But when it comes to a lot of the people who I would hope would stick around, or if they leave, if they tap out after day 365 and they say, you know what, I was here for your shitty Unis Honest thing. That isn't really that. But I'm tapping out because challenge is over. I was just here to see how it ended. I hope that those people will feel like I didn't waste a majority of their time. I hope that they'll kind of think that it was cool and that they stumbled upon something that was the start of something greater. In many years I get to look back and say, ah, yes, my early days when I was uploading one video every day to a channel I'd sort of thrown aside for many years. Now look at me, I'm 10,000 subscribers 5 years later. I really did peak back then. That'd be really funny. I mean, it'd be fucked up, but funny. I guess that means that I just really would have squandered my chances then. I'm sorry that this is incredibly rambly. This is how I motion through my own thoughts when I'm not live or talking about anything. I don't like getting personal most of the time. I really feel adverse to it because I just... This is a YouTube channel, right? There's an inherent different social dynamic to the way that things are. But at least in this instance, I'm okay being a little bit personal because this is me directly talking about you guys and the reasons why you subscribed and how all of this has sort of been brewing in my mind, and the whole idea of pacing yourself. Because I would like to take a break sometime. I would. I don't know when necessarily I'm going to get that break, but I know that I want a genuine one, a real one, not one where I upload a bunch of videos and then, over the course of a week I've scheduled these videos to go live, and then sequentially they're all going to go one by one by one, and then after 7 days I jump right back into it. I think at the end of the year, I would like to take a more genuine break, where it's me just able to not have to worry about the video that I'm going to upload tomorrow, or if tomorrow's upload is even going to go through. I know that it can be very frustrating being a subscriber of my channel and tuning into a lot of these videos because you quite literally never know what you're going to get on the day. You know something's coming, but you don't necessarily know what. But I hope that, in spite of me fucking up my pacing, in spite of me sometimes sprinting too quickly to make too many videos, sometimes taking really long times on certain videos, I do hope that in the end, it is worth it. And I'm sorry that I spent so many minutes rambling about something that probably should have taken a lot less time. But, I think that's why some of you subscribed. So, thank you.